Alright, for sure. My name is Token. This is my buddy Spencer's deck that he won. He got first place here at this TCGPlayer event. I'll show you guys what it is. It's basically Beaver Warrior control, and you know it has like a built-in OTK. And here we go. First, we got one Mystic Piper. I know most people will want to win 3 of this card, but like, why the fuck would you do that? Like, you don't need to. Like, you only need the 1. Like, I'm pretty sure there's only like 4 targets in here, so like, you don't need to be like consistent all the time. Then after that, you have like 2 Jack Frost. Basically, these stall out your opponent and they get mad at you because like, you know, you like do some stupid stuff and then like it helps you stay in the game until you can pull off your Beaver Warrior OTK. And if you can't do that, you gotta understand that you're probably just a scrub and don't know how to play basic Yu-Gi-Oh! Then after that, you know, to keep stalling out, you know, we got the 2 Swift Scarecrows, you know. Continuing with the targets for your, you know, your 1 Piper. This, again, lets you stall, stay in the game. It's a mass chameleon target. They won't see it coming. And you just sink in the, you know, level 5. They really won't. You'll just make a Catastor. They'll be like, what the hell, how am I supposed to answer that? So then you got like, you know, 2 Cardies. You don't run a playset. That shit's too mainstream. If you run 2, like, I mean, it's kind of like why wouldn't you run like 3 Pot of Greed? But like you're asking yourself too many different questions. Like if you only have 2, like shut up and just play the 2. We got like the other OTK portion of the deck. It's the 3 Dark Scorpion Burglars, man. When this card deals damage to your opponent, it lets your opponent has to mill a card from their deck to the graveyard. So like, yeah, a spell. Who cares? Like Spencer, I'm sorry. But anyway, like, so you have to send like spells to your like graveyard. It's cool. Like you'd send like a fucking Divine Sword Phoenix Blade and like a Summoner Monk and shit. Then like you just ditch that, and then like you have free warriors because this guy's a warrior. So like, you know, you just do that, and then have a Summoner Monk free float in there, and then you just keep doing more extra combos. Again, they won't see it coming. So you play 3 of those. Then you got like the hotness of the deck. You got 3 Beaver Warriors. Now I know what you're thinking. Like you thought niggas were joking, and why aren't in sleeves? These are not in sleeves because like, you know, we had like them in special sleeves, but then we got deck checked, so we had to take them out. His effect is he's not like an effect monster. He's like a 1200 nigga that you just win the game with. Like, I'm serious. Your opponent can't answer Beaver Warrior in the deck. I don't know. It's just the way the deck is constructed. Okay, so after you have that, right, you gotta have like, I'm gonna talk about your OTKs on the side here in like another segment. Continuing with that, you have your other OTK enabler here. It's called Hippo Carnival G. Like what this does is summons 3 Hippo tokens in whatever like battle position you want, and basically it lets you, you know, attack the Scorpion, but like they won't see that shit coming either. Like, or you just summon it to like burn them for a bunch of damage because like you'll creature swap, and then like, you know, you make a Draco Sack, and then your Draco Sack's protected because you got Hippo tokens. Again, they won't see that shit coming. So you gotta have that shit. This is part of your OTK with the Beaver Warriors and the Dark Scorpion Burglars. Pretty sure we run like 2 Rotos, but I could be wrong. There's 1 Rota in the deck. I'm sorry, like, I don't know why.
That's so bad.
It's just attack. You only needed to search like the Dark Scorpion Burglars. I don't think you could search Piper because that'd be stupid. He's a spellcaster. So then we have 3 Jackpot 7s. You know, it's also like the OTK enabler. Like, you guys are probably thinking we're joking. No, this wins you the game. Like, you need to understand what this does. When this is in the graveyard and you have all 3 in the graveyard, you banish them and you win the goddamn game. Like, it's cool. Like, your opponent will probably rage crit and, you know, want to kill you. And then you hit him with the 3 creature swaps because, you know, you got to give them Hippo tokens and, you know, the burglars and shit, you know. Because then, like, they're like, what the hell are you doing? You give them this, and then, you know, you summon some Hippos, right? And then they're like, okay, I feel you. You run all your Hippos into this nigga and drop all these goddamn cards into the graveyard and you win the game. And, you know, to fuel that, you have the 1 day of peace because, you know, you don't give a fuck what they have on the field. You just want to just draw more cards and tell them that, you know, they can't kill you in 1 turn. Then you got the 3 duality just for consistency. It's not going to make a fucking difference because, you know, this is a shitty deck. But once you get Beaver Warrior, it turns into like a tier 0 deck. So, like, they just don't see that shit coming. 3 Hobins, you know, it's one of those decks. So, you know, you got to follow the trends. 3 Upstart Goblin, give your opponent life because it doesn't matter. You just need to kill yourself by 3,000 and make sure that all happens and you still win the game. Beaver Warrior just carrying you there.
What's this,
2 Xian Spy, it's basically creature swap but a more shittier downgraded version. What it does is, I'm pretty sure, like, you just select it. Yeah, you give it back to him like it's a piece of crap. So basically, you just succeed with that shit. Mostly with Beaver Warrior. and then like you make a goddamn like Fairy King Albert deck, and then they're just like, oh shit, like I'm not Earth. Well, then you know I'm losing some attack. We got 3 Wabakus. This card is just for more stalling with like whatever the fuck. This entire deck just stalls you out until it kills you with Beaver Warrior. So you know you can't like lose. I mean, you got 3, you know, 2 of these, and there's a single tech legacy of Yatagarasu. Like there was testing done. They wanted to run the playset, but then they thought about it. They did not want to gain the extra bonus when you know they summon like a Kinkabayu or they play against spirits. They said that deck was irrelevant and it would never happen. And to complete that main deck, we got 2 Mirror Force.
Oh, hell yeah.
So there's that. That was the main deck. It's like 42 cards.
I pulled a secret rare.
You have no idea, do you?
No, that's 42 cards.
Oh, it is?
Probably. Then we got 3 Mystical Space Typhoons. Just because it's Mystical Space Typhoon. 3 Scapegoats because you're still making tokens. They just die. We got a Singleton Lava Golem. Reinforcement of the army because you know you gotta just search more like Scorpions and just why the fuck not. 1 for 1 because it Stratos out your Piper and it does nothing for you, or it just gets out like one of these and you just you know make an Exceed or something. A Singleton Jellyfish. The Jellyfish is only in here because if you can't afford the Beaver Warriors, it's a decent substitute, but at the same time like you were just fucked in the game if you didn't want to get Beaver Warriors. And you should just destroy yourself. Then after that, we have the other legacy of Yatagarasu. You basically take out the Mirror Forces when you're playing against the Spirit deck because they're gonna make Omegas and shit, and then you know it'd be irrelevant for you to do that. After that, there was 3 more spaces. After the tournament was finished, there was 3 Spell Chronicles in the side deck, and some dude wanted to buy them for me for like $15 a piece. I didn't complain. The extra deck, it was 3 cards and a Battle Fader. The Battle Fader was just chilling here. Well, we got a Slacker, a Dull Hand, and a Downer. That's all you really need. And yeah, that's the deck. That was Beaver Warrior control.
Alright, what did the deck do?
The deck sends Jackpot 7 to the graveyard and you win the game.
Alright.
Or it just kills you.
And it beat all of us.
And yeah, in first place, Spencer. Yes. That nigga, this is actually his deck. He did it, he pulled it off, an upset. The Battle Fader, again, was written in the extra deck, apparently. And Beaver Warrior, you know, just got in that ass to a lot of motherfuckers. They just weren't ready.
Alright, is that YouTube?
Oh, also, by the way, just on a side note, you know, Spell Chronicle, you know, people just didn't understand how to play around it. It's a pretty broken card, you know, thanks to Jeff Jones for, you know, pointing that out.
Alright, thank you very much.
Alright.